Perfect. Okay, guys, welcome back. So now we're going to be discussing similarities and differences between mortgage specialists and mortgage brokers. It's probably a term that you probably have heard quite a bit, right? You've talked to people and they said, well, listen, I got my house through a mortgage specialist. Some of your friends might have gone through a broker. What's the difference between the two? So a mortgage specialist is someone technically working on a sales team, working directly with the bank itself, right? Meaning that they've worked directly with the bank, they're bank employees, and have access to products only with that certain bank, right? There's pros to that. The pros is that person is only well versed in all the bank's policies and all the bank's products. So that bank might have the perfect policy for your specific needs. Like I said before, not every mortgage is going to be black and white. There's going to be a lot of gray. Sometimes some banks have more favorable policies towards the scenarios and sometimes don't. Specialists also go through annual training, so they technically have to stay on top of it. It's a bank requirement that they have to. Mortgage specialists also have direct access to underwriters right away, as because underwriters are working for the bank, the specialist is working for the bank, they have a direct communication, they have a direct channel, maybe help you find ways to get an approval easier, faster. Usually mortgage specialists also have less requirements for documentation, right? It's because banks just require less from their own employees, for example. Now brokers what are considered to be third-party individuals. They don't really work for a specific institution or a specific bank, but they have access to some, right? So what a broker does is that he will take the application, and then what they do is that they shop around with different banks to see which one it will kind of fit their needs best, would fit the client's needs best. Maybe rate is an option, maybe it's some kind of an incentive. But in that scenario, brokers will try to find the best fit for your specific scenario if you have a unique scenario. Usually, most cases, most banks are dealing with brokers. Some lenders are not dealing with brokers, so really just depends on your scenario, right? Does it make sense to go with a specialist? Does it make sense to go with a broker? We're going to discuss that in the next module to see how would you choose, right? But today, in this module, I thought that we just kind of break down the most important differences between the two. They both have their pros, they both have their cons. Kind of decide for yourself where it kind of makes most sense for you.